What is going on, guys? Ben here, bringing you another Vainglory video. In today's video, I'm bringing you a ranked match. I actually used to be in POA. I fell to, I think on stream you guys saw, I lost like 6 letters from one match. So this game, I'm actually currently, I can't think of it. It's SA Gold. So yeah, I'm trying to get the POA back. I'm using Vox. A lot of you are probably questioning why am I being Vox. Well, for those of you that didn't know, I've actually been practicing a lot of variety of different heroes and whatnot. I will say this though, I'm not like a Vox main or anything compared to maybe some of you guys. So yeah, I make mistakes. Just get into your mind that I've just recently started practicing a hero. So I'm not gonna be perfect on every little thing I do. I do make a bunch of mistakes. That's why I'm bringing you this video here, so I can like see the mistakes I make, correct it for future dates. And we are playing a pretty freaking good team. We're playing kids or going up against kids in the lane who is a monster Celeste. Bladeheart was telling me like, dude, he's a beast Celeste and all that, everything. I was like, oh, thanks. That's gonna boost my confidence. But yeah, so it's the thing with Vox though is he sucks early game. We all know that. He's so easy to get bullied. And Celeste can zone like a crazy mofo. Like, if you're playing against a good Celeste, just be prepared to get drilled by those Helio stars. So at this point in time, I was like, man, I really should have got a eulogies. And then like I don't have enough damage to. Because usually when a turret hits a minion, you can one shot and take it. And then another thing that's also not good is like, Cruel is still pretty weak early game. So we can't really do much about that. And then their team though also has a Black Feather. That's gonna be a nightmare late game for them. But yeah, our comp is definitely a late game comp. The enemy team is a very good team. Real Hero, played against him a bunch of times, great player as well. But I will say, like, anytime you have like a Cruel and high elo, usually your early game is so rough. And I was actually gonna go for the backs there at this point in time because you can see the Black Feather and Arden are invading our jungle, and I was like, I was gonna go for the backs. I'm like, is there a Celeste with you guys? Is there a Celeste? So I was gonna rotate for theirs, and then I was like, oh, right there, I saw her, and I was like, oh crap, she got her backs, and I can't take a Celeste 1v1 early on. CP Vox really shines once he finally gets his ult, and then once you get up enough CP damage, and you can see they're having a bunch of trouble in the lane, or in the jungle there, and I'm having trouble in the lane. That's typically just gonna happen. It's like you can't be super aggressive unless you have numbers on them. But I did rotate down, try to catch up to them. Celeste is probably gonna rotate here, but we're trying to get Ice Cream here, and then you can see the Celeste does come in, so we're unable to pick up any kills here. But the Celeste is that much of a threat. So yeah, me coming down, you can see my farm is pretty garbage. But I kind of wish I would have got eulogies this early on, to be honest, so I would have some sort of sustain in the lane. I don't know, it was rough, but at this point in time I see they're all down there. I'm like, screw my minions, I'm just gonna go steal their backs, because this time I'm sure they'll be up. My lane's pushed into their turret, it's all good. I wasn't entirely sure where they were at this time, that's why I just completely neglected getting the heal minion, because the backs are worth more. And like right here you can see the Celeste is in the lane and all of them are over there, so I could have opted to stay for more. I honestly could have, like, that would have been a wise decision looking at it now. But in my in-game persona there, I guess I didn't see that the Black Feather and the Arden were in our jungle still, so I felt scared that they were coming to get me. So that's something I could do. Sorry for that. Could have done better right there. But yeah, I'm getting out farmed like crazy right now by the Celeste. Yeah, it's, if you play a good, like, I don't know, or a super aggressive early team comp, it's really hard. And then you can see the Black Feather takes out Blade. Unfortunate. And then just trying to keep this turret up, because that's the main thing. If we lose a turret this early, it's gonna be a nightmare, and they're just gonna snowball and snowball and snowball. We're not even gonna like attempt to be able to get to our late game. So the thing is though, their Celeste is level 6. She just hit level 6 now. I'm like, oh shoot, I'm dead here. Got away. I'm level 4. She's level 6, and that's because she got their backs in their jungle before, so she got a ton of XP. And she, not to mention the more minions she got, and she ulted me in the face. It was a really good play by her, to be honest. Just to know the amount of damage that, well, kids I think is the guy playing, but I'm saying the hero Celeste. So yeah, unfortunately just got taken out there. But not much damage done to the turret, and then she stayed very long. And Oracle made a good play call here. He's like, yo, I'm gonna try and get this Celeste before she recalls. And Blade's like, alright, go for it. Because she stayed really long to put that damage on the turret, and they caught her out in the brush recalling. She had no energy. She's like half health, so that was really good by Oracle there. But yeah, their Blackfeather he's doing alright in the jungle. Oracle's been able to get his farm decently. It's been way worse in worse games. So because like we've been able to ward them off a little bit with me coming down, but in the short term it kind of hurts my farm a little bit, but that's all right. The main priority is to like not get Oracle super underfed, and where I can just get enough farm to be able to survive. But one thing I just really need to work on is like choosing my battles and avoiding these Celeste like stars and whatnot, because once she hits her level 8 it's gonna be even worse. She's already level 7. She is putting the aggro onto the turret, and then she stuns me here. I was questioning that, so I didn't really think to dodge it or anything, because I don't know, I think she might have been trying to dive me or whatever. I have no idea. The stun just came out and I was behind my turret line, so it's fine there, but she's hard pushing the turret. I'm like, crap, I gotta get these minions, even if it costs me some damage. I'm not doing a very effective job. But then Oracle and Blade come up, try and catch her out a little bit. I do have my ult, silence, and try and go in there, and then you can see Kid's ult right there. It does a ton of damage. I have no energy. They're all freaking low, but so are we. So they were able to come on top of that. They're just like too far ahead this early game with the farm, and we haven't reached our like late game peak. It was like I say this all the time. There's this point in the game when you have like a cruel on your team. I know I said this a long time ago. Like when you have a cruel on your team, there's that point in the game where you know you can almost win every fight and pick and choose your fights. But that's typically like late game, like late mid game to late game, which is like not anything under 10 minutes ever. So that's kind of like our bad team wide, is to, even though like the Celeste was quite low, to even think to fight that. But these guys are caught out here. There's only 2 of them, and they made a huge mistake trying to. They were a little bit greedy there, trying to stay that weak. So 3v2, we're gonna be able to win hands down, even if you almost are full health, I think. And we're trying to get the gold mine here, which will actually be in our favor, because they did get our turret, but we got the payout right there, and then we got the kills, so that's all good. That was a big point in the game there, that they got caught out, and it allowed us to get some gold from the gold mine. But we still can't really fight them head on unless we catch one of them out, because we're that weak early game, if you know what I'm saying. And no, I was not stuttering, I was trying to emphasize there. But at this point I had no energy, and Vox is a hero you can't really do much with early unless you have your ultimate, it seems. And so that's why we're just kind of like backed off there. And I didn't mean to ping there. A lot of times this match you'll see me ping my question mark, it just happens on accident. But yeah, Oracle's not level 8 yet. He doesn't particularly like fighting when he's until he's level 8, because that's when his smite stacks deal the most damage. You can see Kids is up in the lane, then we do see the Arden, we see all of them. But I did get my alternating current. I decide to silence just to get my resonance up there. Kids does ult, it didn't really hit me, it hit Blade a lot more than myself, and we were able to actually win that fight. IO's got my AC, I can actually deal some damage now, got some CP, and then Oracle is level 8, so his smite stacks deal a ton. So getting that gold mine allowed us to get some key items that actually turned the tide in our favor for that fight there, and I didn't get hit by the Celeste ult that much, so that helped with a lot too. Right now though, we're just like, you know what, gold mine is just so useful as a fighter. For those of you that don't really know, you can get the gold miner. It doesn't really, it would benefit if you got it at like a huge payout, but even if you just can take it at any point in the game freely, I would definitely do that, because it's definitely good. And like as you can see, I'm not really helping my team because we know we can't fight them right now unless I have my ultimate. So we're just trying to back out and survive. Unfortunately, Bladeheart did go down, but it kept me and Oracle alive, so that's all fine there. And then they're actually taking back the gold mine as of right now, but actually no, they're not. Okay, I thought they were. I saw them up there by it. Yes, so I have 56 farm at this point. It's been rough. It typically is a little bit rough with Vox. There's definitely some things I definitely can work on in the lane to not get as harassed as much with them and whatnot. It's just super hard when you know like the enemy team is going to be uber aggressive trying to invade your team, so you got to come down a lot, help them. And either way, if you help them and win those fights, it's not that bad because you can still get other key objectives and whatnot. Like for instance, when we got that gold mine, that was huge for a decent payout. I was thinking about getting the Aegis there. Decided against that because I really want to. I saw that the Celeste got her broken myth already, so for me to be able to like an equal power with her, I would definitely have to get that fairly soon. But she does have the Eve of Harvest, which is going to be annoying. But we can still, if we have enough burst. But as you can see here, we're trying to fight around our gold mine, and they completely avoided us. They made a smart play call here, and they just decided to push our turret. And that kind of caught us off guard here. You can see we're trying to like catch up a little bit. We're trying to go in for the fight. They take our turret down. The double gauntlets here kind of messed us up because I can't get super close to the Celeste. You can see we're almost killing him, but then she ults us, and it just takes us down. We were able to kill the Celeste, fortunately. But they did us a good one there. We were not expecting them to like full out push like that. They took us down, and they actually got 2 turrets out of this because they were able to kill us after. So that hurt quite a bit. We were actually doing pretty good. They just made an amazing play call, and we're like, yo, let's go for these turrets, and it worked out well for them. We don't know if they're gonna take the gold mine too, because that's a lot of gold. Oracle's like, yo, get to them. We can go kill them. We can go kill them. And we're trying to catch up to him, at least Blade is. I boot up there, slow him with my second ability, try and use my first, and then we're just like, alright, he's too fast. And I do get Atlas, so I can't even auto attack properly by the Arden, but the real hero comes back in and he's so dead, and Oracle gets the clutch sword toss there. And Oracle's at this point, it's like, yo, I'm just gonna camp by the shop. I can 1v1 the Celeste, so just worry about taking down the Arden. So I go down there, he Atlases me again, so I can't really auto attack, but we're able to pick him up. And then Oracle does Oracle things when he's trying to kill the Celeste in the 1v1 situation. So Oracle's like one of those person, after playing him for so long, when he's like, yeah, I can take this person 1v1, you usually just trust him, and that's what we did there. And it actually did pay out pretty good because they were not able to actually get the gold mine. Killed them. Unfortunately, it was not an ace, but either way, it just allowed us to protect our gold mine, if that makes sense, because if we wouldn't have fought there and the Blackfeather wouldn't have got killed, they probably would have got the gold mine, and that would have been even rougher. It would have been a worse situation than it is now. For me though, I need to get some serious defense for that Celeste. I'm not really worrying too much about the Blackfeather, even though I know he's going to focus me. Our main priority in these fights is that Celeste. Everything we're gearing toward is killing the Celeste because she does so much damage. Her ult is a monster. Just everything about Celeste is annoying. Those core collapses and everything. So they actually tried to steal the gold mine here, and they like, as soon as we saw that, we just jumped on them immediately. Blade got the gauntlet out, so they can't leave. That gold miner there is helping us out too. I landed my ult on all of them, which is really good. You can see Blade got stunned by the gauntlet wall there, but with Vox, if they're all grouped up, it is like it's like the best thing ever. You just ult, use your first ability, your resonance is just bouncing, destroying them, and then I didn't get any of those kills there actually, but if you rewatch it, I did a crap ton of damage. Oracle was just autoing because I'm pretty sure he had like almost near 20 stacks with his breaking point maybe or something, but either way, we were able to win that fight. It helped too that we were on the gold miner. It was candied, so it's like 4v3 right there. And at this point, since I don't have my ultimate, because that's what we're with Vox, that's what you're mainly focusing, is that ultimate is so strong, you don't really want to fight unless you have it up. I do buy the boots because I just want to be able to catch up to my team if they try and engage, not be lagging behind. I can't get that minion there. You can see they are at the turret. It's about, what, 20 seconds till it pays out. We do catch them out here a little bit, so we decided to go on and fight here. But since we couldn't really get to the Celeste, we're like, all right, let's not fight. We could have actually gone, or I could have ulted there, but I was trying to save my ult for when they're either stacked on each other or when we can take down the Celeste, and there wasn't really a good opportunity. So what we kind of said was like, if we can't get to Celeste, there's really no point in fighting because she's a ton of damage, and she can potentially like 1v3 a team with her Eve of Harvest. So that's what our sights are set on, just killing that Celeste. Anything else, we'll just kind of back off and see how the fight goes. But we decided to not go for it there. I'm trying to get a bunch of gold for my double infusions. I do have enough now. Unfortunately, they had control of the shop there, so we had to back out. We're like, just back out, and I don't know if Orgo gets caught out there, so we're like, we kind of have to fight now. We're trying, and then right here, the Blackfeather gets on me. If I thought I had Resonance on there, but I guess I didn't. So when I used my A ability, nothing went off. So that was a big mistake by my part. Looking at that now, what I could have did was hit my pulse first and then use my A ability, but honestly, I still thought I had Resonance because I was auto-attacking that entire time. I launched my ult. Usually if you launch your ult, you already get that Resonance on them. That was the key of why we lost that game, or not that lost that game, lost that fight, is I did not have the Resonance stacks on that Ardent or the Blackfeather. So that was quite unfortunate, but at least we didn't lose any turrets or anything. We know they're getting Kraken at this point, so that now we are finally double infused. And at this point we're like, yo, we gotta force a fight here. We're double infused, because if they come bearing down on our base, it's gonna be extremely hard to kill them and take out a Kraken at the same time. So we're trying to look for a fight. They do flare here, so we're like, alright, they know exactly where we are now, so this ain't gonna work, because we're trying to like ambush them, I guess, catch them off guard, but we decided just to go back, or walk back, if that makes sense, and we're just gonna have to fight them at our base now. It's unfortunate that we weren't able to catch them out, but it's not like the worst, because none of us either like died or anything. But so I just popped my infusion right there, got some more CP damage, and we're just waiting for them to engage at this point, waiting for the Kraken so we can get some hits on it, dealing some good damages. And now that we're kind of in range of turrets, this is when we're like, alright, we gotta go in. I actually do hit the Celeste, and we're able to kill her. And this Ardent is right in between all his gauntlet, and yeah, the Blackfeather just wisely backs off, and we do lose one turret. In the retrospection, that is only like 100 gold for them, and we got 500, so we were positive gold on that there. Yeah, it's a Vayne turret, that could be proved to be very like big in the end, but I don't know if a Vayne turret is worth 400 gold. If they would have got both of them, I think that push would have been worth it, but they didn't, so that's really good. We're still double infused, and I'm like, yo, I need to be able to survive in these big fights. So they let me get the farm here. I'm trying to get my Eve of Harvest, just so I can survive fast, because I actually do die very quickly because I do not have any defense against the Blackfeather, so I need some sort of sustain. So I got the Eve of Harvest now, and this is where we're like, alright, we're double infused, we gotta go. We're just coming here. I try and ult the Celeste, that was my main focus, and I actually do end up blocking that stun there by her, which was probably huge for me because I would have died. And when they get all grouped up like that, Vox just melts, dude. Like you can see at that towards the, if you rewatch that fight, you saw like I didn't even care about Blackfoot, I didn't care about Arden, Oracle didn't care about any of them. We're just trying to get on that Celeste. And then what that did was force them, the Arden forced the Blackfeather to all get right on top of it. Like all three of them on that fight were right next to each other, and that's like the perfect ideal situation for Vox. That resonance bounce is crazy, and we're able to push for win here. Now, things to note this video for myself as Vox play, I need to figure out what the heck I'm gonna do against like Celeste and Scarf, because I struggle a lot with Vox with those two heroes. So I need to somehow figure out, because like I can't get much jungle help either, say they're overly aggressive, because the enemy team laners know that if you have a Cruel, you can pretty much just be as aggressive as you want. So that's something I need to figure out. And then it's also better positioning, I guess, for myself, and when to recognize when I have that resonance bounce, because if I actually would have known that I didn't have that resonance bounce on that one fight there, we probably would have won it. Either way, still pull out the victory. Got a ton of elo, so you can see we're almost back in. At this current point, I think I'm a little bit further because we won another game after this, so I'm almost back in POA. But yeah, guys, I know I'm not the best Fox. I get that. I know I'm not the best laner. I've literally just been practicing. Okay, that's all I can do. Try to get better. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure like you did, and over subscribe for more Vainglory videos not ready. Hope you guys have a wonderful day or night, and I'll see you guys.